everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by at the Peppered Peach today. We're going to be making one of my favorites from Magnolia Cookbook, volume number 1. And it's not just my favorite, it's everyone's favorite, and that is Becky's mac and cheese. It is so good. It combines all of the good cheeses that you'd want in a mac and cheese. It's ooey, it's gooey, it's super yummy, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys today. So we have everything here. Let's get this mac and cheese party started. All right, so our first step is to boil that water up so we can add in our elbow macaroni. So the water is on. We'll take a look at that in a second, make sure it's ready. Once it's boiled, I'll add in the macaroni. The other step while that's working out is we're gonna take our Gruyere cheese. Now this is 8 ounces of Gruyere cheese. I am going to just shred this up. So let's shred. This is not the fun part. It takes some time, but let me tell you, it's worth it. And I do prefer the fresh cheese over the packaged whenever I can, especially for something like this. All right, so our Gruyere is done. I'm gonna push this off to the side, and now onto the white cheddar. And it's, I think it's about 8 ounces. So 8 ounces, we'll get this all ready and shredded, and then we'll put that off to the side because this is our topper. This does not actually get mixed in. This is our topper. So here we go. Another 8 ounces getting shredded. Shredded. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay. All right, our white cheddar is done. I'm gonna put this off to this side so I don't get confused because they're both white. I'm very confused. When it gets down to it, I'm like, which one's Gruyere? Which one's cheddar? Not today. Gruyere, cheddar. You remind me. All right, water's almost boiling. Let's add in, it is boiling. Let's add in our elbow macaroni. So this is salted, and she does call for elbow macaroni that does not have any ridges. So this has no ridges. All right, so stir it up a little bit. Let this go for about, I think, 11 minutes. Let me make sure, not going crazy. Oh no, 9 minutes, so close. All right, let me clean this area up and then we'll get started on the rest. We have to chop up the Velveeta, but give me a second to clean up and we'll get going. All right, so our next step is to go over to the stove and we're gonna melt some butter and combine that with some cream and some milk, and then we'll add in some mustard powder and cumin, nutmeg, so close. All right, so here's our butter. I'm gonna pop this in. I'm gonna let this melt. And what else? Combine the cream, milk, and butter. Okay. Here we go. We got a 1/2 cup of milk and 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Once this is all melted and done and the pasta's done, we're gonna pour the pasta into a nice little carousel. Then we're gonna pour in the mixture, this butter mixture on top. And it just makes it all the more yummy and gooiness that we're looking for mac and cheese. In the meantime, I am going to chop up our Velveeta. So these actually this does not get shredded, just becomes chunks of cheese. And it's such a nice little treat when you bite into a Velveeta chunk once it's all done. And so this called for 4 ounces. This is about 5 ounces. Don't tell anyone, you know? All right, let's take a look at our butter mixture. Let's see if it's melting down because we need that to melt. And then let me stir the pasta to make sure it's not sticking. No stickage. We're good. Get a spoon for this. All right, it's melting. It's a melting. Okay, now we wait. Our macaroni is done. So I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna drain it, and then we're gonna wait until our butter is fully melted, which it's not yet. Oh, I should have stood here for a nice little facial, you know? Blew it. All right, we'll leave that here. Let's check on our butter mixture. Still going, still got a little butter left to melt. Once that's all set, we're gonna dump it over our pasta. And I am actually going to put the pasta in right now. So this is our little baking dish. Put this here. Then we'll grab that, dump the butter on top, mix in our mustard powder and our nutmeg, and then add in our Gruyere and our Velveeta, and then top it off with some cheddar. All right, y'all, our butter is melted. I'm gonna take it over here, and I am going to just add it on top. All right, done. Now I'm going to add in our Velveeta cheese. Whoops, we got a rogue cheddar, rogue Velveeta. All right. Now I did preheat the oven to 350, so make sure you do that around now so that it's ready to go. Okay, it's all set. Now we're gonna stir in, wait, hold on. Yes, Gruyere, yes, this was the Gruyere, okay. Our nutmeg and our mustard powder. And we're gonna stir this up. Get it all in there and combined. It already smells yummy. Penny, what do you think? You're waiting for me to drop an elbow macaroni. Guess what, lady? Not happening. All right. So now that that's all stirred in, we're gonna top this off with our cheddar. And then this goes in the oven. Oh shoot, salt and pepper. Uh-oh. I blew it! Some pepper. Yeah, I can add it, it's still fine. And some salt. Yes, salt. No salt. Oh, look at that. All right, there's enough salt in the cheese, let's be real. Okay. I can't believe I forgot the pepper. It's like the most important ingredient for me. All right. Look at that cheese. All right. Good thing I didn't use all this. I'll top this off with the remaining cheddar. All right, time to throw this up in the oven. Now, do we cover it? No, we don't. This goes in the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. So we'll throw this in, see you in 25. All right, so while our mac and cheese is baking away, we got about 15 minutes left. I'm gonna make the panko topping. So let's head over to the stove and get that going. So the first step is we're gonna take about 2 tablespoons, this in this case is about 2.5, of butter. We're gonna let that melt, and then we're gonna add in our garlic first, and then we're gonna add in the panko. So we'll get this melted, add in the garlic, then panko and salt, and then bam, we have our topping. Okay, so our butter is melted. Now let's add in our garlic. She does call for 1 clove, but you know what? I love garlic too much, so I'm going with 2. So we'll mix this around first. Let that garlicky aroma come. And then we'll add in our panko and I think a teaspoon of salt, but let me check while this is going. All right, she said 2 pinches, so I got a little bit. Oof, and that garlic smells so good. All right, so I'm gonna add in our panko, our salt, and we're gonna mix it all together. And we will just throw this off to the side once it cooks for a little bit. And then once our mac and cheese is done, this can be a topper. All right, y'all, our mac and cheese is ready to get out of the oven. Let's pop it out. Oh yeah, do you see how yummy this looks? All right, we are gonna let this cool for 5 minutes and then we're gonna stuff our face with some mac and cheese. All right, y'all, it is time to try our mac and cheese. Let's go. It is so good. It is so gooey. It is so yummy. I love the Velveeta, little chunks in there. And I love the Gruyere. The panko on top is perfect. Everything about this is everything about I love mac and cheese. This is so good. Again, it is a regular dinner, part of our dinner. It's actually part of my Thanksgiving dinner as well as a side. I love it. It's so good. If you make this at home, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you have for your Thanksgiving. If you put mac and cheese on your side, sometimes that's controversial, but love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. All right, our water, nope, that's not right. Very good, very nice, okay.
But you, yes.